Have you been tracking what's going on with the A's in Sacramento? You said yes, the technology side of things. That has been a disaster.
Of epic proportions. The broadcast was so for those that are not caught up on the A's, they are not the Oakland A's, nor are they the Sacramento A's. They're just the A's playing in Sacramento at a minor league baseball ballpark. Well, what happens when you move into these buildings, the infrastructure is built for minor league baseball. It is not built for massive TV and radio networks to come in and take a signal that's probably a 5G hotspot.
Yeah. So that's been a mess. Their broadcast, they've played 2 games in Sacramento so far against the Cubs, and both games have seen their broadcast glitch, drop out.
And not just the A's. It's not like, oh, the A's are cheap, their broadcast sucks. No, the Cubs broadcast dropped out because they don't have the actual bandwidth to run one, let alone 2 major league broadcasts.
So in Sacramento, the Rivercat Stadium is not like a rundown dump. It's a very nice stadium.
Yeah.
But it's not to MLB standards, right? Their media room is a tent.
Yeah.
That is way too small for Major League Baseball. So that's a mess. But the biggest issue I just think of if the A's were here in Portland for this stretch, like a 3-year run, like they're going to be in Sacramento for 2-year run, what would the reception be? And it would be, I think it would be overwhelming.
Yes.
It would be insanely difficult because it'd have to be in a very small stadium like this one. They're playing in a stadium that has a capacity of 14,014.
What's the retrofit in Hillsborough supposed to be?
I'm not sure. I think it's supposed to be around 10 if you
12?
want to max it out. But don't quote me on that. I don't know the new stadium and what it's going to be. But 14,014 fans is what it can hold in Sacramento. There is a group that is pushing to get Major League Baseball to Sacramento, and if the first 2 days of the A's being in that stadium are any indication, it is not a big league stadium.
No.
They have not sold out either one of the games. The announced attendance, which we know announced attendance versus paid or actual in butts in seats, they are completely different.
Yes.
Because they'll say, tickets sold. Sure. See the Blazers sellout streak, right? See a game where you're like, there's no way this many people are here. Game 1, they only had 12,000 fans in the stadium.
And so I've got a buddy who has season tickets to the Sacramento A's. And apparently as part of buying those tickets, because there's such a limited supply, you have to commit to appearing at something like half of, 40 of the home games. And if you're already not having people show up, boy.
It has not been the greatest weather, but I don't think that would matter. If they were going to have baseball, people would be there.
Yeah, and I just checked the new Hillsborough Stadium is actually half of what we were thinking, or at least what I was thinking.
5?
It's 7.
It's 7?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Whatever.
But to your point, it's just this difference in how you have to execute it.
But 12,000 on opening night against the Chicago Cubs. So just think of how many Cubs fans were there as opposed to A's fans.
And still,
they're not getting last night's game, 10,000 announced.
No.
They announced
already
10,
dropping down.
1,000. So they lost 2,000 fans from opening night to night 2. Again, weather not great. I don't think that would matter. Surely it wouldn't matter here. I think the reaction in Portland would be completely different. And there's one thing that you cannot deny about Portland. You can call this not a great sports town all you want.
They show up for their teams.
People show up, whether it is the Blazers, whether it is the Timbers, the Thorns. The Portland Winterhawks are in the...
the Pickles.
Yes, they are in the playoffs right now, picking up a win last night. There is passion for the sports that are here.
When I was driving home from the TV show last night, you know what I passed on my way home? A fleet of trucks flying Winterhawks flags.
Sweet. Badass, brother.
I was like, huh.
But the A's are not selling tickets in a micro stadium, and that is alarming. I was also looking, I was tracking the opening night and how the reception was, because I was like, this is going to be pretty cool for Sacramento, right? Apparently, a slew of fans just left in the 6th inning. there were competing chants within the stadium of Oakland and Sacramento,
Yeah.
and all of them just kept dying down and fizzling out. There's zero passion for the A's to be in Sacramento right now. That's shocking to me because of what Kings fans do for that city and for their brand.
And even knowing they're short timers, it's still like you would expect. I mean, because a lot of Sacramento fans, they're Giants fans, but they're also A's fans. It's right there.
Well, you should just be a fan. The team is there, and it's going to be there for a couple of years. Like, no, go out and support the damn thing.
It's so
and they actually
weird.
spent some money this offseason. Not a lot, but some.
I'm going to be very interested to see what Major League Baseball does or doesn't do, because this is getting to the point where when you're talking about rev share and stuff like that, this is a problem because they're not generating money.
And that may be it. Is just the sour taste in Californians' mouth over John J. Fisher, his handling of the situation in Oakland, his continued missteps with the situation in Las Vegas that is not going great.
No, Vegas still doesn't want the team.
I don't. This is going to be a boiling point for Major League Baseball to see what they actually do with the A's and their ownership.
Do you think that the A's, wherever they end up,
Portland,
whether it's Portland, Utah, or Vegas, do you think Fisher is a part of it? Because I'm at the point where I think they're gonna do something.
I don't think so.
I think they're gonna force him out by the end of the year.
They should. It's a really slippery slope and a bad precedent to set. But I think this is a unique set of circumstances with how much he has alienated fan base, not just of the A's, but of baseball now. Because now you're seeing it. This is alienating the baseball fan base you can go to a team that does not have a major league team, wants a major league team, and they're still not going to your games. This should be a slam dunk, no brainer. Yeah. Prices should be through the roof to get into an A's game in Sacramento.
Because it's limited.
And people just aren't showing up.
And you've got
it's undeniable, which means it can't be denied.
Exactly.
That's right, Billy.
And the thing about it is crazy is, as you mentioned, it's the Cubs. You have one of the most storied franchises in baseball in your opening series, and you're not even getting people to show up for that.
Wild.
That's crazy to me.
That is wild.
I can't, like, you go up to a Mariners game during the season when the Cubs, the Yankees, the Cardinals, the big east of the Mississippi clubs come through.
You want to watch the Blue Jays when they come into town because all of Canada comes down.
And even like Seattle's a good team that has fans, and you will still see just swaths of visiting fans. If you can't even do that at a 15,000 seat park, that is nuts to me.
Yeah, I'd pump the brakes on Mariners being a good team.
Well, I mean, it's you know what I mean. As far as
I know exactly what you mean.
Like,
I know exactly.
There's fans there.
Their
man.
fans care.
Yeah,
their fans care.